Film School Slacker contains adult language and themes. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to Film School Slacker, the podcast where I go through my ever-growing watch list of movies, joined by my friend Megan.
Hey!
And also today we have a special guest. It's Kevin.
It is Kevin.
Our first ever special guest.
I'm so excited. So in this one, so first things first. Have you seen this movie, Megan?
I've seen it a grand total of one time. Okay. I remember very little about it.
Excellent. So this isn't technically a double blind, but
damn
might
near.
as well be. Okay, so usually, Kevin, you haven't been here before.
I have not.
Well, actually, you have, but one day we'll reveal that.
Yes.
A very special episode
that might find its way on the internet one day. Typically, what we do is we have the person who has seen the movie before pull up some IMDb and just kind of read a little bit of stats about the film, so we get kind of like a base level
general
kind of vibe, but general vibe. And then we, I just did a physical gag in a podcast.
Visual gag on an audio podcast. All that and more. Best threesome ever. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, we'll put a link in the comments. So we usually do that, and we don't really talk about the plot at all, but we'll kind of check in to see if anyone knows anything about it that hasn't seen it before, and then we watch the film and talk about it.
And what is today's film? Today's film.
Kevin, why don't you tell us the name of today's film?
Today's film is a lovely little romantic comedy that was very important to my youth called Grosse Pointe Blank. It is my favorite rom-com. Starring John Cusack, Minnie Driver, Dan Aykroyd, Joan Cusack, and I would like to state for the record that I feel like the world could start healing if we had another movie with John and Joan Cusack in it.
The Cusacks need to... We can't... Yeah. Okay, we can't escape the Cusacks.
Right.
This is like our third movie in a row with at least one Cusack.
Oh. Well, wait, now, what about... we just did 16 Candles.
Yeah, that was our last episode with 16 Candles. That had both of them.
So anyway.
And then we did Addams Family Values before that, which had Joan.
You're right.
So if you need to release an episode before this one, just to give a little bit of a crowbar separation, I will understand.
We're just going hard on the Cusacks.
Whoa, talk about my dream.
Slow down.
Best threesome ever.
Oh my God.
Indeed. All right, so Grosse Pointe Blank from 1997. It's rated R. Starring John Cusack, Minnie Driver, Dan Aykroyd, Joan Cusack, Alan Arkin.
Oh, that's right. Alan Arkin is in it.
Yeah.
Hank Azaria's in it.
Hank Azaria's in it.
I love him. And then a bunch of other people. Directed by George Armitage. Written by Tom Jankowitz. DeVincentis. God, I can't speak today. And Steve Pink.
Interesting.
Steve Pink from Hot Tub Time Machine.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So yeah, this is gonna be
good. I haven't seen Minnie Driver in something in a very long time, and I am very excited.
Delightful.
She really is.
I just watched Ella Enchanted recently, and she was in that.
Did you know that I don't think I've ever seen that movie all the way through?
Hey Ian. Color me surprised.
I guess I'm gonna... Do you get a point or do I get a point? Or both?
Let's call it half a point.
Okay.
Because you said you haven't seen it all the way through.
True. That's a good point. But I remember basically none of it. So I'm gonna add it anyway.
That's a fun one.
Yeah.
But also... I don't know. Like,
on my list,
everything is CGI, and it kind of bugs me. That also has Carrie Ellis in it.
Of course it does. Anne Hathaway and Carrie Ellis. All right.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm here for it.
Bisexual dream.
Fair.
Wait, was it Carrie Ellis during like his weird awkward years where he was like he wasn't getting a lot of work, so he just looked real frumpy and just like he wasn't like having a good time?
Because I remember it was before that.
There's a TV show that he guest starred on every so often, and every time he showed up, I was like, Carrie, come on,
Psych.
buddy.
Was it Psych?
I think you're right.
He was on Psych
for
I think you're right.
Regular. Oh.
He was a recurring character.
I think you're right.
As a bad guy, and he like. You can tell that like the first episode he's in, he's a little frumpy, and then he gets a little bit better the next time he shows up, and then the next time
the last few things we've seen him show up, and he is looking amazing.
Hot.
Boy is
nice.
He's brought it back.
I love it. He's like, oh god, Carrie Ellis is coming back around again. I guess I gotta be ready for that.
Yeah. Well, and he released his book, his memoir about Princess Bride.
I need to read that or listen to it.
It's really good.
Because let's be real, I'm gonna do an audiobook. I'm probably not gonna read it.
But my sister and I went to see him do a public reading and then like a showing of the movie.
Oh,
and
nice.
he was back to his fit.
His fit.
Hot
He
self.
was looking fit.
He literally in the Q&A, he went out into the audience and literally whispered into a woman's ear and also into the microphone, "As you wish." And I swear to God, the entire theater just
Flooded.
came.
Just flood my basement.
Everyone just I was gagged. So
Wouldn't that be
anyway.
amazing to be able to just pull that out whenever you need it? You know,
Right?
just like, as you wish. And everyone just creams their
like,
jeans.
just
Yeah.
falls over.
Amazing.
So yeah, Grosse Pointe Blank.
Yeah.
Can't escape the Cusacks.
I know.
Can't fight the Cusack light.
literally nothing about this movie except for what we just discussed. So I am going in so blind that it's almost insane. So
I'm very excited to watch this
I'm
movie.
excited
As
to
I
watch
said,
it.
this was
Yeah.
of the romantic comedies. It's probably
It's-
an upper
Alright.
tier
From
for
what
me.
I
One of my
remember,
absolute
it's
favorites.
kind of a fun romp.
I love a good. I need a romp right now. I think we all need a romp.
Yeah. So should
All
we
right.
should we roll it?
Let's roll the tape.
Cool. Roll it.
Okay, so I was kind of fully expecting to not love this, and I absolutely adored it.
Yeah, right?
Like I was very ready to be like, I gave it my best, and I can't, and that's not what happened. I actually fully loved it. Like calling it a rom-com is fascinating because it technically follows all the plot points for a rom-com, but it did not. It doesn't feel like one. Really,
It's a rom-com, but there's also like an action movie kind of happening.
It is a
Yeah.
rom-com in the same way that Top Gun is a romance.
Yeah.
Like people call it an action movie. It's not. There's
It's
barely
not.
any planes. There's anything. It's mostly about
it's-
Tom Cruise courting Nicole
Sure.
Kidman.
Okay.
No.
Sorry, that's Days of Thunder. Tom Cruise courting Jennifer Grey.
No. I can't remember her name.
Courting what's her face?
Courting the
Hold on,
blonde
no,
chick
this is
in
noble.
Top Gun.
Who's now just the big ol' lesbian, and I support her for that.
Good for her.
Right, and yeah, it is not a romantic comedy in the
It's
in the
not
classic
like
sense.
You've got male Nora Ephron kind of romantic.
serendipity.
Yeah.
It's none of those.
Right.
But it is because
The
that
central
is
plot point is
him
courting
Yeah.
his
You're remembering
high
his
school.
high school sweetie.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Like it was because the action was like pretty decent. It's I think maybe my favorite John Cusack movie. Like just based on my limited experience so far.
Sure.
Like he was fun. Like I actually genuinely enjoyed him a lot in this and being like entirely unhinged.
So the action in this, it's a lot
Yeah.
of bullets.
Yes.
Everybody has two guns all the time.
All the time.
The weird,
So charming.
Dan
uncanny,
Aykroyd has, like,
the
6
uncanny
guns.
valley dude has like 2 Uzis all the time.
Uncanny Valley too.
Genuinely.
The guy who just walks in the door and is just shapes,
Yeah.
just morphing in the
genuinely
room.
Sort
he
of
is
Generally human shaped dick guy.
Dan Aykroyd constantly has 2 guns that he's holding like
Right.
somebody who's never held a gun before in their entire life. Shoots as soon as he's out of bullets. Those guns
Those
are dead to
guns.
him forever.
ever
Yep.
never to be used again.
And then John uses to himself
Yeah.
quite a few times.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right. But the I was surprised at the quality of the hand-to-hand fight sequence as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was, I don't know. Like I was just kind of like, wow, all right, they're going all in.
Well, I'm willing to bet that Uncanny Valley probably choreographed
I
a
was
lot of
gonna
it.
say
That's
he's
fair.
probably
He's
a
like a known.
because he's, a black
stunt
belt
man,
and
black
he's a stunt
belt.
guy.
He's a coordinator.
Right.
So my guess is he did a
He
lot.
did
of
a lot of that. Well,
Yeah.
it makes sense. And I'm gonna refer to him as the Doctor Who alien.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's like absolutely just like a Doctor Who alien wearing a man
alien,
suit.
Yeah.
yeah.
An alien in a man suit.
Suit. Yeah. No, but he was good. Like it was a good.
That was a
It's
good
action.
sequence.
It's
Yeah.
good action. Okay, so Kevin, you're new to this. What typically happens is I've been just kind of taking unhinged notes throughout the entire course of the movie.
I love
They
that.
are not good vetted in film school notes. They're just unhinged, top of conscience notes. And that's kind of how we run this whole
And
podcast.
we love them for it.
If I do any deep film school analysis, it is purely on accident. That is how we roll here.
I took a few too of just things I wanted to make sure I remembered.
Remembered? Fair enough. So I can get us started on these.
Bring it on.
The right away, like the opening was super strong. Like the way that they I feel like we've lost this in some movies as of late. Just like a strong, like he's on the phone with Joan. What's her name? Marcella. What's her name?
Marcy.
Marcy. Yeah. He's on the phone with her, like, and then all of a sudden it's revealed that he's just like picks up a rifle. Like this is all happening in real time, and it's like the whole thing kind of reveals itself to you without being a fucking
It's a bit of a red herring kind of
Yeah.
opening,
Yeah.
like a MacGuffin almost.
Yeah. And it does a good job of just kind of like showing you like what his deal is and gives you a sense of like his state of mind. And all of that. And also like brings up the reunion all in like a really, really short period of time, which is really cool. I thought that was a nice opening that let me want to learn more while also giving me enough information to kind of jump in and
Sure.
go. Also, this whole movie had a not excessive, but like almost entirely like very cynical, quippy lines. Like the dialogue is super like fast and very cynical all the time, and that can sometimes work to a movie's detriment. Like sometimes it's just like sometimes it feels like the first Avengers movie was full of that, and it did not age a way that I like it. Looking back at it now, I'm like, oh god, this dialogue is
Very
something.
Joss Whedon-y.
Very
Yeah.
Joss Whedon-y, which can get old sometimes,
Especially when it's every character
Yeah.
is
Right.
quipping. Like,
Right.
like no one is the straight man.
Right.
Besides Cap, but even
Yeah.
he throws
He's-
some out there.
and he's almost like a caricature of being the straight man.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that was sort of a thing, but I think this movie managed to do that, like that level, without making me like having fatigue with it. Like it actually, like it, I felt good about it, and I was enjoying the quippy dialogue the whole time, which was cool. I wasn't expecting that.
And as you can also see, it shaped a lot of my sense of humor.
Absolutely. No, like this is the style that I see, like the fast back and forth is very, very, very in line for sure. Let's see. Oh, I had a realization that my 10-year reunion already happened, because I was like, oh yeah, I'm like, wait, these people aren't old. Like, you know what I mean? Because they look like they're like 40.
Yeah.
Like that's my problem. It's like they're all supposed to be like in like their late 20s. Really?
Literally,
Yeah.
the first note I took is John Cusack is playing a 28-year-old. He's actually 30 at the time of filming, but looks 35 at least.
Yeah.
It was the 90s.
Genuinely, I did not know he was 30. Like, how the fuck is he my age in this movie? He looks. Anyway, it's fine. People, yeah, it's all right.
Well, I pointed out,
The 80s were hard on everyone.
I guess.
That's fair.
I
That's
pointed
fair.
out that the cast of And Just Like That, so the Sex and the City sequel show, they're the same age as the Golden Girls were when Golden Girls started. In their mid 50s.
Fucking wild.
Like,
Yep.
and they look
Jesus.
vastly different.
Yeah.
Because that's during the movie, that was one thing Megan and
Yeah.
I briefly talked about, is how
Well,
like
you were in the bathroom.
like people in their late 20s in this film
Yeah.
is a completely different shark than people in their late 20s currently.
Totally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was unexpected. You called this out too, that poisoning attempt at the beginning where he was trying to like run the line of poison down like a string.
It is my favorite
so cool.
like hit in
Yeah.
any film.
Yeah.
It-
and I love it went wrong too.
Yeah, it went wrong because things went awry. But like
Right.
the whole for anyone who hasn't seen it, I suppose he drills a little hole in a ceiling above where
Yeah.
his target is sleeping. He feeds like a bit of fishing line down on like
Right.
a crank with like a syringe attachment attached to it, and he's trying to feed some poison down the line
Yeah.
into the guy's
Into the
mouth.
guy's mouth.
So it's a nice clean
Right.
Yep.
crazy kill, and
Right,
like
right.
that I was like, "Fuck me, that's so smart." If I ever
super
had to
cool.
He needed
unalive a person, that may be how I do it.
he needed less viscous poison,
Yeah,
so
it
it
was
dripped faster, so it would have gotten.
If I ever just like wake up in the middle of the night, there's just a fishing line. I'm like, God damn it, Kevin!
Kevin, get out of here! I'll just be like,
Just
"It's just
scamper away.
Robitussin."
You sounded a little,
You said- I just-
congested.
I just gave you.
It's got Sudafed in it.
Sudafed. You sound a little congested
you
there,
just you
bud.
have a bunch of little little red
Dots of it all over his face because I keep missing. Because I
You
keep
just trying to
laughing, so
drop
it's shaking the
Sudafed.
string.
Back and forth.
Jesus Christ.
Amazing. I have no notes. Actually, no, I have lots of notes.
I was gonna say you definitely have more.
So many notes. Early on they used they had definitely suppressors on the guns, and they had that crazy fake suppressor noise that pew, that's
Yep.
a
Yeah.
noise that no suppressor's ever made. Let's see. Oh, I felt like I was relating to Dr. Oatman a lot. I don't know.
The psychiatrist, yes.
Just
I get that.
I feel this guy's played there was so many ridiculous one-liners that I will have to watch again just so I can capture them all. Kevin, you and I had glanced at each other. When he was on the computer when Dan Aykroyd was on the computer, that was just this night. It was somehow both MSN Messenger and also the Matrix all at once.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It was definitely giving early 90s BBS forums.
Yes.
Which, I mean, this was still 96?
97.
97.
Yeah, so that he should have been using something better by then,
Right,
even,
that's-
But it's also Dan Aykroyd, and he exists purely
It's
in
true.
the 1980s.
Windows existed by that point.
sure did.
But maybe it was secure with those old message
It
boards.
was, we were Windows 95 at that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not even Windows 3.5.
No, we were
with,
into the real world of
with
Windows.
DOS and shit.
Oh man, I love that. This is super a tangent, but it is my understanding that Windows 95 and 98 were still technically DOS.
They were. They didn't utilize it.
NT
That was
kernel yet.
that was the transition from being very
Right.
DOS heavy for all of your programs to
Right.
actually having applications in Windows.
Yeah, because I remember my early days of
95
games.
was a game changer.
Right, because it would boot into 90. Was it 98? You just said.
Well,
95.
95, yeah, because 95 was the first one where it just booted into the Windows environment, right? And then
Yep.
you just had that, but then you could call into DOS if you needed for a game or something. You were
All I remember is that as a child, my brother changed our computer because he's very tech savvy.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
brother changed our computer so in order to boot Windows, you would normally just type Win,
right.
and it would boot Windows. But he
Right.
changed it so you had to type lose. It's a little,
Classic.
it's a little
That
fun.
is
it's a
the
little-
most
fun.
Melnicky
Fun.
thing.
It's a little fun
very
fact from my
Melnicky.
youth.
Yeah, that's
That sounds like the most Kevin thing.
oh my god, I love it. He's driving into town and he's wearing the tinted shades.
Yep.
The black hat with a brim that goes all the way around
Yep.
and fucking black driving gloves.
Yep.
You couldn't be more conspicuous if you tried. People are gonna be like, is that guy just a hitman or something?
Because he's in a black Lincoln
Right,
too.
Yeah.
right. Everything about it is just wow, that guy's a spook of some sort. I don't know
Yeah.
what he is, but
He's definitely here to kill somebody,
right.
sanctioned or unsanctioned.
Right. And that is kind of an ongoing theme, though, where he's just never truly hides the fact that he's just a contract killer.
He literally tells
everyone,
Everyone he
Everyone.
meets.
right?
So what do you
yeah,
do? I'm a contract killer. It's
Contract
funny.
killer.
You get
That's
dental? No.
No, I don't. It's a 1099 situation.
Yeah. Contract.
It's contract.
So,
It's a contract to hire, or what's the deal on that? His interaction with what I assume is the teacher.
Yes.
It's where she.
that was really cute.
That was so funny. Her it's the comparing his disappearance to White Flight. That was rough.
Oof.
I was like, oh,
Yeah, it was good.
oh, that was good. That's a barrage of imagery. Just that was when I was like, oh, this is a very quippy movie. The
Yeah.
whole thing just clicks the whole time. If there's a big delay in dialogue or action, there is usually some sort of very specific reason for it. 'Cause otherwise, its default is just to move.
Yeah.
It moves fast.
Bam, 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 bam,
Bam,
bam.
bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, like Dan
Yeah.
Aykroyd with two guns.
Right, exactly. This fucking crazy smile at the end. Anyway.
Perfect.
Oh, the kid that was working in the Ultramart, like he was wearing a red hat, and I just felt triggered. I was like, God damn
So
it.
maybe it's good we delayed this a week.
Yeah, I
and,
would have collapsed onto the ground. When he goes to visit his mom, I was like, oh God, like it was like that was actually like genuinely like, oh, I see, he's got some shit in his life.
That was a glimpse into the
and it's one of very few you get.
yeah.
It is, and it's a scene that almost kills the pacing of the movie just because
little bit.
it's a little like everything about it is a lot slower, is a lot more deliberate than the rest of the movie.
Darker too, like,
But it's also a very
physically.
useful scene because you see, oh, his parents sucked a little, and then it goes to him at the graveyard where his dad is buried, where he pours out
empties a whole bottle
very
of
expensive
Glenlivet.
bottle of whiskey,
Right.
and then just fucking throws
This is
it.
on the ground, which was amazing because
Scotch,
there was
very expensive.
zero
Scotch.
dialogue.
Scotch whiskey.
Scotch, yeah. There was zero dialogue, and you knew everything you needed to know about his dad.
Exactly.
Like that was, and I actually, I think I called that out. The visual storytelling with the whiskey bottle, like, for the first thing is like his mom goes, "I was talking to your dad." He's like, "That sounds difficult." Not at all. I'm like, "Uh-oh." I immediately was like,
Yeah.
"His dad's dead.
Mom's-
She's crazy."
Mom's
like,
got some issues.
Right. And then like he goes right out and then pours it. It was perfect. Like it was just that's all of the background you need to know his deal, which was pretty cool. I'm so glad someone finally did the closest talking thing and then just fucking kissed. Like every movie where everyone's just really close to them, like Jesus, this
They
tension. I
talk
could
6 inches away from each other's
right.
faces, and then you're like,
Just
I mean,
kiss. Yeah.
I say that a lot.
Yeah,
but,
that's kind of a thing.
And then they just
fuck
did.
already. Yeah, it was like they're so close, and I was just about to say, just fucking kiss already, and they just I'm like, oh, I guess I don't have to say that.
They
Thank
just
you,
maul
movie.
each other.
Like 2
Right.
seconds into re-meeting for
Right.
the first time since
Yeah.
prom.
Like the weird deep inhale. I'm like, whoa. So anyway, that was fun.
But the only characters we did do that, we were able to actually do that with, who never kissed, of course, were the 2 agents.
Right? Oh, they should.
Yeah, they should have kissed.
They didn't have a good story arc. I wish something fun would have happened to them at the end. So I'm just getting killed. But anyway, oh, sorry, spoiler alert.
Spoilers.
Oh
Whatever.
my gosh, yeah. It's like, we should always be assuming the spoilers.
30-year-old movie.
Yeah,
Fuck.
damn near.
Oh no.
This movie is as old as my sister.
Is this pain, panic, pleasure? Like, I feel that. This whole thing is my therapist's idea. Love that. I want to start saying that to just like random things in my life.
This whole
Well,
thing-
the whole thing's my therapist's idea.
It's my therapist's idea. Don't blame me. It's just my therapist making me do it.
His therapist who works under duress.
Under
Yeah.
duress, right?
And then he fires him at the end, and he's just like,
Sprinting
destroys his
with the
voicemail.
line. Why on earth did you have your like answering machine that plays things out loud in
While
the room
you're in
that
session.
you have a session? Like that's
So do you
that's
not
on
have-
Dr. Oatman. That's
Yeah.
his fault for
Come
not
on,
having
Dr.
a,
Oatman.
Yeah, come on, bud.
Alan.
Alan. Oh man. Oh, okay. This is a thing that I've seen in a lot of movies, especially from the 80s and 90s, where it's like broskies that haven't seen each other in a while do that like, hey man, and they like kind of grab each other like on the side of like it's like a light kind of slap tap on like the side of the head and neck, and I'm like, I have never seen a human being do that in real life.
Because it's gay to hug.
Well, no, but like it's just
That's
a really
the thing. We as a society were getting really gay, especially in the 80s and 90s.
Oh, yeah.
And I promise you, as
Was
a
that a
person
thing?
who, yes.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It absolutely was. I even remember I was at a work party in, gosh, this must have been like 2008.
Okay.
And like, I was hanging out, and there was a guy who it was like a big,
Yeah.
kind of corporate wide. It was a chain of restaurants.
Oh, okay.
And so it was one who had transferred from one location to another. And seen him for a while, and we did that, but it was a little more intense than that because we were both drinking.
Right.
But it was like the hand
You
on the
just,
side
like,
of the head, so like,
grins.
you get
Yeah.
real close. You're, buddy, bro.
Right.
I promise you, it was a thing.
I love
Yeah.
that's okay. Good lore. Because
and we as a society have gotten both more and less gay, and I really wish that
more I guess outside the political sphere gay.
Yeah.
More gay with each other.
just
Rather than-
just casually gay.
Yeah.
Right. Used to suck a guy's dick in the 80s, and it wasn't gay. It was just
It was just there's
two
his
bros
dick.
hanging
Just-
out.
Literally.
Doing a buddy a favor.
That's funny. No,
It's called a bro job.
the That'll be going in the description for this episode.
Shakabuku.
Shakabuku.
That's my final note because
yes, yes.
I wanted to
Love it.
remember that word.
Do we know anything about this being real or not? Because
I don't know.
I need to know.
Sincerely
I
doubt
really
it.
hope it's real because
now
I
gotta
need
look it up.
one. How did she describe it?
It is a Japanese Buddhist technique that involves refuting false teachings and leading people to the correct Buddhist teachings.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently it's a Buddhist thing. For purpose, the goal is to break negative thought patterns and eliminate attachments to error or evil.
So
Sounds like
CBT,
I was about to say like that or like
cognitive behavioral therapy. Got it.
like an EM from Nexium or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, so
Yikes.
she described it as a
kick to the head,
Mental head punch. Or
yeah.
a spiritual kick to the head that
yes.
changes your entire worldview.
Exactly.
Amazing. And
Something
then they
like
kind
that.
of they
No, it
never
was
bring that back up again.
I know.
Not ever.
Like,
It was
was she Buddhist? Like we have no
Except
idea.
kind of at the end when he's talking about when he was in the Gulf of Mexico. That kind of sounds like him.
It was
like
a gentle Chekhov's gun. But
Yeah.
Got it. Love that.
Chekhov's water gun.
Yeah.
Chekhov Super Soaker.
Also, can we say the music in this movie
Yes.
is like
It's why I like
my
movies.
playlist.
It's like why I like movies about reunions because you'll usually get a couple of decades of bangers.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what this was. It was like some of the best about the 80s and the 90s. And I
Absolutely.
apologize for earlier saying that this was a Thanksgiving movie. I was thinking of a different reunion movie that took place over Thanksgiving. So that is
okay.
my fault. I was thinking of Zach and Miri make a porno.
Oh, I haven't seen that either. Okay, we
here,
get the
Ren.
point.
Yes. So good.
but
That's right. You didn't go.
no, I didn't either.
To what?
Neither of you went. Remember, I took
A
the
bunch-
cast.
A
to
bunch of
Zach
the
and Miri
cast
making
of
porno.
Little Shop.
Oh no, I wasn't. I was a freshman. I was a fucking dweeb at the time. Well, I
You
still
were
am,
a dweeb, but like you being a freshman didn't matter. I was the
You were
terrible
the-
adult who
Yeah.
bought tickets to this R-rated
Amazing.
movie for a bunch
that's a Kevin Smith one too.
Yeah, it's
Shit.
Kevin Smith.
Yeah, I gotta get
inappropriate
I haven't one of those on the
and
list.
also hilarious.
But also
enough.
like
Because I just
She
remember
had-
Isaac and I giving each other fake double Dutch rudders.
Jesus Christ. Okay, one of my fondest memories of Little Shop. Sorry, this is super. I don't even know if this is gonna make it into the episode.
I was gonna say this is a very B3 style
It's-
tangent.
I
I'm
know.
living
Whatever.
for it.
We
Let's
do
go.
these every now and then too. My favorite moment was Isaac did a whole other set of words.
Oh, the
for
parody of
the parody. It was part of
his
his
chunk
line
in
in Skid
downtown.
Row. Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
in my head to this day because it was the funniest thing.
Wasn't there a dirty version of a different song in that show too?
There were a couple of those.
Yeah.
And I remember Adrian standing at the back of the theater going, Isaac, like, just like so loud. Isaac! It was so good. It was so
With his
good.
deep
Yeah, with his like
40-year-old voice
Yeah,
at the
exactly.
at the age of 15.
Anyway, I'm so sorry. That was just like
Anyway.
popped into my head. Oh, and then what's the friend's name? The down bitch, his friend. What's
Jeremy Piven.
Jimmy Piven. Whatever this character's name, I can't remember now.
Slappy, swimmy.
They're like what?
Paul. It was
Paul. Yeah, Paul.
Paul Spiricky.
Spiricky.
Paul Spiricky.
So they're sitting in the car, and like when he first gets to town, they're like
Ooh, somebody
driving
got
around
hair
the car.
plugs. Good for you, buddy.
Nice job, bud. The hairline
I'm looking at-
definitely changed.
I'm looking at his current photo on IMDb,
yeah.
and his hairline has improved since almost 30 years ago.
Magic.
So
Amazing. They're talking calmly, and then he just like lays onto the fucking horse. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
that's a lot better than it was. Yeah. Lays his hand onto the fucking horn and just freaks the fuck out.
10 years!
Yeah, that was great. That was a fun. There were a couple of moments where the movie would just change like energy like that
Yeah.
dramatically. It was good. It was good.
And for like no
good
reason.
Yeah, it was just to confuse and make sure you're paying attention. John Cusack does like sort of unhinged at a low level really well. Like
He
just
does really good low level crazy.
yeah, like he never like goes fully off the rails, and even when he does, it's like kind of self-contained, but like it's always there. Like you're always just like, is this guy actually insane? Like I don't know for sure. You know,
I don't know.
That's the vibe. Oh, his little hand lens, like
His
like
little-
little mini like Jack Sparrow.
I was gonna say his
telescope.
freaking telescope that he
so good. Just using it to
has.
buy a mini driver. special call out to Joan Cusack with the just half of the shit she said was just absolutely insane. The bit where she was screaming at the person that like the supplies weren't
the
there.
ammo delivery department.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That and then like switching the
switches
soup.
gears and then
No,
yells
the
at
soup will have flavor. This is just the
just
base.
the
Yeah,
base.
it's chicken.
It's just
So good.
carrots and onions
Like-
are just the base of the stock.
I
God.
know some people who kind of code switch like that, where they can jump between wildly different states of mind very quickly, and it's always extraordinarily unsettling.
I'm sitting right here.
Yeah, you're sitting between two of them.
No, not like you guys. Worse, so much
Okay,
worse.
yeah.
I'm not gonna
believe
name who
that.
because that's ostensibly public.
Name who? Just cut it out.
It's
Oh yeah.
yeah. Oh, Kevin, I think you called this out initially. The like the shitty Sony Walkman on-ear headphones. They're just like a
So
full fucking
while this
battle
clerk is
happening.
playing
There's-
Doom 2
Yeah.
arcade cabinet, which I'm
Listening
not
to
100%
Ace of
sure
Spades.
existed.
Dude,
Listening to Ace of Spades on his headphones during a full-on Uzi versus Two Pistols
Yeah.
gunfight. He would have heard that.
Yeah.
And if it was loud enough that he couldn't, he just doesn't have any hearing left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this game only existed as a prop.
Aw.
Good for you. Kevin gets a half point for that one. That's just the game only existed as a movie prop in the movie Grosse Pointe Blank and was never released in arcade form. Though several people have reported seeing the game in an arcade, it's possible these were custom builds using PCs after seeing one of the movie scene.
Yeah, well, people say they've played Polybius too, so... Oh, that is a rant you're not ready
I'm
for,
not
Megan.
ready for that rant.
Oh no. Well, I think about it. People now it's just Reddit. People going, why wasn't there a light gun cabinet for Doom?
Oh, light gun. Well,
That'd be weird.
Doom just would not work with light gun because Doom had
No, like aiming. Like
Well,
you
it
were just,
had left and right aiming,
right,
but
but
it
you
had
never went up
no
and down.
vertical aiming.
And also, like you didn't. It's not like you had like a way to. It was just anyway.
Yeah, it was just left and right. If,
Yeah.
if there were enemies above you, it automatically targeted.
Target up. Okay.
Mm,
Okay.
It's pretty clever. Like that.
indeed.
It's very advanced for
Nice.
1990.
3 was it 3
Well,
when it came out?
3 I think was the first one, so I'm gonna say
okay.
94
Four.
probably
Okay.
for Doom 2.
Okay.
Maybe 95.
Megan just disassociates. Pretty
What?
good.
Whatever. We know you're a gamer now.
I'm totally.
Yeah,
I
she's
have a
gaming
Steam
out.
Deck right behind me.
Yeah, it's good
Almost
stuff.
300 hours
Ooh.
into Baldur's Gate.
94. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
God.
Good work. Complete that. Round up to 1 point. So, the other day, not that long ago, we tried the multiplayer
Oh, yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3 for the
She was
first time.
telling me about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I'm so
that was pretty
proud.
fun.
That was fun. We should do like a group
Yeah,
thing with like all OCs or it'll be fun. It'll be good.
let's do it.
Oh, okay. The microwave C4 bomb. That I don't know if y'all watched Mythbusters as much as I did because I watched a lot of Mythbusters.
I watched
back in
some
the
of
day.
it, a decent amount.
Okay.
They had a bunch of marathons.
Yes. Yeah, it was easy to
Back
watch a
in
lot
the
of it because
day.
you just sit there on a Saturday and just
Oh, yeah.
go. But they did an episode on C4 in a microwave. And they I think it must have been from this movie. I think that
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
this was the movie
probably
because they
be it.
never showed the movie footage. They didn't have permission to use the movie footage, so they just like did like a sort of cheesy animation
Oh,
version
yeah,
of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know they did.
Yeah, but I think that it was specifically from Grosse Pointe Blank. I think they actually like called out the movie, and now I'm just like having a recovered memory of that being a thing. But they tested it, and it wouldn't even launch. It wouldn't even trigger it with a blasting cap. Like if you actually stuck it like a blasting cap in to ignite it, it wouldn't ignite.
wouldn't.
Like there's nothing you can do to ignite C4 unless you actually have like a lit igniter in it to like because it's concussive. So anyway, doesn't matter.
So here's my question then. It would and if this is how it would happen, it would have happened within a few seconds. And
Absolutely.
that is because there are metal pieces in there.
Right.
Yeah,
That would possibly
would've
that would make it
sparked.
spark.
Right. And that is the other thing that they had to disprove too, because C4, if you light it on fire, it just lights on fire.
It just burns.
So the only way, because it's super stable, it's like in basically like some sort of like the putty is like suspending all of the whatever antho or whatever's
Explosive.
inside of it, and then you actually need a lower like a lower velocity explosive to trigger it to ignite. So that's why, like, unless it was like a different kind of
It's not like gunpowder where you spark
you
it
can't
and
just spark it. Like you can light it on fire and it'll just burn. Like people use that to like do their MREs and
Do
stuff.
you know that I'm going to go home and immediately watch this episode, Chris?
Yeah, it's a great episode, like no doubt. The that's great. Oh, Doom Cabinet, that's my grinder name. Point to Megan for that. that's been a weird
What was it?
like thing for us.
Doom Cabinet.
Doom
yeah.
Doom Cabinet, yeah.
That's
my grinder name.
Amazing. Let's see. Oh, and then he calls her on the phone while sitting in front of a burning building that he ignited the bomb. Like he's just like
Yeah.
the Ultramar's just like sitting there smoldering, and he's like, "I would like to take you out sometime." And I'm like, "That's a move." Joins the army on prom night. That is psychotic. Actually, that's a good call. Like that is a pretty psychotic thing.
It is, in fact, psychotic.
Not
Also, how did he find an open recruiting center on
Right?
prom night?
right. Yeah, the whole thing is
Well, I mean, it sounds like because he never even went. So assuming that, that would have
But
been
he said
an
he was
evening.
sitting there in a tux.
I mean,
Maybe he
I
got-
got ready super early
So
before
yeah,
prom.
maybe he got ready at like 4.
right.
And then he was like, I can't do
Can't
this.
do this.
Yeah.
Because there's also dinner beforehand. So
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So
like that is far from my biggest stretch of the imagination from this film.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Nada omelet. That was
the,
good.
the nada
Yeah, the
omelet.
diner scene where they
Yeah.
they
Oh
have
my
like the brown
God.
bag
That
and the
was-
napkin is one of my favorite scenes in the film.
Like it's almost theatrical.
yeah.
And that is what I
Yeah.
like about it. It is a very like stage production kind of scene.
Yes. Yeah, it's a scene that you could just plan out as like a 10-minute one act.
Yeah.
And it would actually hold up. Like you could just isolate it as its own thing. It would be awesome. Like I'd watch it.
So write it up and send the script to Janet.
I was going to
Genuinely,
say
like let's just do it.
so
like I want
my
to do
fringe
it.
show.
So the French.
So my friend show.
So we've
Grosse Pointe Blank the musical.
Yep. No, I want that. I want
Kevin, you're going to play Dan Aykroyd.
I would assume nothing less.
Oh my god. Holy shit. That
This
is
is all the fake guns. That really
And I have
strap
so
you down.
many.
oh my
I
god.
I'm like,
so
I know
many.
we know people.
I want to I
Yeah,
don't know who I'd be actually.
I think you'd be the down bitch best friend.
Yeah, that could very well be.
We'd
It's
have to like gel your hair back. Maybe cover up some of your hairline.
just
Just makeup over your hair.
never. Oh my god.
I
Okay,
mean, he
well
doesn't
anyway.
have to be balding in
No.
28.
No,
But come on.
Grosse Pointe Blank the musical actually sounds like a delight, and I want it in my life.
That's so fun.
It sounds like just the best. Oh my god. Eating a burrito. Okay, don't kill anybody.
Don't kill anybody.
Oh yeah, the whole like, I'm gonna invite you out on a date again, to go to the reunion. I'm like, he's gonna be fucking late again. Like this is exactly.
Oh, yeah.
This is exactly the thing. Like it's good, but he did show
There's a
up.
pattern here.
22 minutes is not
He's-
for
he did
not
alright.
showing up
For
at
not
all the
showing up
first
at
time.
all?
22 minutes.
22 minutes, not that
forgivable.
bad.
Marked character growth.
I would
I'm here for it.
I would give a half an hour grace period.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, start burning him in effigy.
Coffee house misanthropes. There's some great lines in there. A special torture with when they get their name tags, like the old pictures of who they were.
Okay, my senior picture fucking sucks.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go find my
It is
yearbook.
terrible. and
Uh-oh.
I've been holding on to this for 14
yep.
fucking years.
Dr. Oatman's here. Tell me
They
what's up.
spelled my fucking name wrong
course
in
they
my
did.
senior fucking yearbook.
First name, last name, or both?
First name.
Okay.
It was MEGAN.
Because I can also see there's a lot of contention between MC Manis or MAC
Yeah.
Manis.
Right. No,
Yeah,
it's,
no, it
it's the
was-
thing she's sensitive about.
It's okay. I didn't buy one that year because I was broke. But also like I knew the editor of the yearbook
Wow.
since fucking kindergarten.
Wow.
That fucking bitch. You know who you are.
Oh my god. Are we calling this out?
I don't think I got a senior year one either.
I think I only have freshman and sophomore. I don't think I got junior and senior.
Like buy archive yearbooks.
I need to. I threw all of mine into a bin
Fire.
because I do a fire.
Well, there's one you can throw into one page.
You can just rip it out, just ritualistically burn it.
Yeah.
I think I have all 4 years, but I'm not positive. But they're all in a bin right now because
moving in chaos.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll have to look once I.
But yeah,
unpack
just
I will put a little carrot in and just add an H.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I did that in a bunch of people. Like every yearbook I
You
signed,
saw, that would be
I went in and put crossed out my name and wrote it correctly.
Oh.
Because
they're in that conversation that's going badly. That's just like very awkward, and they're just like, "Do you want to go somewhere else?" Like that was I want to do that in a conversation.
Oh yeah,
now.
do you want to go
Goes
anywhere else?
Anywhere else?
All right. Yeah, let's go.
The tiny camera.
The little itty bitty, the one
I was
that you
not ready for.
where it's on
its
slide,
side.
click it.
Like
Yeah.
you're even giving it way too much room. That thing was like
The little baby. What did that shoot on? Like, what was the? Okay,
I don't know.
I'm actually
I
trying
was
to look
gonna
it up
ask
right
you,
now.
Mr. Vintage Camera Guy.
Look, hold on.
Googling
The best kind of content is the
skinny,
content where we
tiny camera, slide camera.
H2G2. I think it is a Minox camera. Looking. Yep.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yep.
Oh my god, look at that.
How
thing.
much or what is one of those? Will one of those babies set your back?
I'm just trying to figure out what it shoots on. Oh, they're so cute.
They're super cute.
What does this use? Instrument.
Yeah, they are
Real.
Well,
Are they
here's-
expensive now?
a little bit,
Eh,
at least in good condition. Here's one on eBay for like $54 though. The rest of them are going for like 500.
Yeah.
The real
I believe
trick
that.
though is they use a really specific kind of
Yeah.
film, and I'm trying to figure out.
It is a Mino color. It's a proprietary teeny tiny film.
Of course.
I don't even know who would be
That
able
nobody ever will ever make again.
That
Right.
like jacks into the side of it.
to Minox. Oh, there's a company that still makes it. Minox. That is so tiny.
It is tiny.
So it looks like it's an
It's
8
tiny.
millimeter. It's an 8 millimeter film on a little tiny reel,
Okay.
like a little reel to
Yeah.
reel thing. And that is so fucking cool. 50.
That
It's like
sounds
a
pretty
Oh
cool.
my god. Yeah. So I think you can still get it. And that's wild, and I want one.
I
Anyway,
was gonna say. So Ian's next camera acquisition
being
will
like
be
a little baby camera I can put in my shirt pocket.
Yes.
Amazing.
not that we don't already all have cameras in our pocket
No,
at
no,
all
we're not.
times. It's not the
Don't
same,
overthink
Megan.
that. It's fine.
God.
It's different. It's the emulsion.
This
you
is
know,
film.
like silver halide crystals, ISO.
Film is so much more genuine than
Oh,
digital. Sorry, I just
No, it's okay.
had a moment of channeling my inner hipster.
You want to do some blow? That came up multiple times. The mirror in the bathroom is a great fight song. That was
Mirror in the
so
bathroom.
fun. Oh, the idea of just like this down bitch going and just being like, yeah, let's roll up this dead body,
Literally.
and just like no questions asked. We'll
This
just
dude was
do
just
that.
immediately ride or die,
Right.
and
Right.
I love him.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. Would love to do that scene in the musical. Just so you know, be so much fun. Oh nope. I think that's who that called it out, Megan. It was the no people in the
hotel room door.
Like what is this?
Where is this? What
Yeah.
is this?
Right?
Come on. It's a safety feature, people.
Exactly. I need Durazac. I think that's
Yes.
yeah.
the
yeah,
5 times stronger than
right.
Prozac.
that or Chernobyl. I haven't decided which
we
yet.
Need both.
Both John Cusack movies with weird fake mind altering substances.
drink a Chernobyl.
Chernobyl and then
pop
wash
a,
it down. My
With a
Durazac
Durazac.
with Chernobyl.
pop down
Amazing.
Pop a Durazac. Woo.
Yeah. Dan Aykroyd just has this insane smile. That was anyway.
While murdering the two
While
federal
murdering the
agents.
two federal agents. Yeah,
Spoilers.
that was a look.
That he tipped off, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He was the one who called them.
Yeah, he was a vibe.
He was just amoral.
Yeah. No,
Just
he
did
was
not. He was Mr. Neutral Evil.
truly neutral evil. True
Did
neutral.
not give a fuck.
Yeah. Okay. So this comes to the time that we rate it. We've got a multi-point
Very
rating system.
sophisticated.
Very sophisticated multi-point rating system. The categories are production and design, story, performance, and cultural impact. And we added cultural impact because every movie we've seen is not new, and they all have had a little bit of time to stew in the juices of society and have.
Ew.
Those are our different ratings. So categories. Ugh. Production and design. I think so. They're out of 5. I think I never questioned it. Like it feels like an 80s or 90s movie in terms of kind of design production quality. Like it's fine, and like I would say the design of the like the way they shot, like whatever high school they used, like had the right vibe. Everything was good.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We want to give it like
4.
It's like a 4.5. I don't really care which. I think 4 is fine. You got any thoughts on that?
3, I think nothing about it really, like production wise. Like you're like, oh yeah, this is Michigan.
This
Yeah.
is right.
It does nothing wrong,
Right.
but does nothing incredibly.
Right. Yeah.
There's no visa in the bean dip.
There's no visa in the bean dip. So for 16 Candles, there's a lot going on in the party scene in that movie.
There sure is.
Yeah. But like at the end, there's just like the bean dip, and there's just a fucking Visa card sticking out of it. That was we both
like
got
someone
kind of
used
hung
it
up.
to scoop, and I could not let it go.
Classic. Story rating. Honestly, I'm gonna give this like a 4.5.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of
Easily.
different. Like it's like a.
It's a rom-com that subverts rom-coms.
Subverts rom-coms. Yeah, it does a good job of that, and I can't complain.
Yeah.
Performances. Okay, honestly, like I would give this a 5 for performances. Like everyone just kind of, you had to be a specific kind of actor to make the script work, and I think that everyone that was nailed it in terms of like the script.
Can we talk about Joan Cusack just dumping gasoline fucking everywhere
and
like
hammering a PC
ballet.
tower?
Oh my god! Like
I loved that. I'm like, that's I feel that.
The real ride or die.
The real
I
ride
like
or
that
die.
she was sort of in her own movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just because there was only one scene where she was really with anyone.
Yeah.
Right.
And she was wearing that weird marching band jacket.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But other than that, it was just her in her own scenes. She probably did it over a
on
weekend.
the phone
and she could like carry every scene with her, like with herself. It was kind of amazing.
This is one of the parts that I will point people to when I say no small parts, just small actors.
Yeah.
Where she's she's not a huge part of the movie, but she's everything she does is memorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Show stealer kind of role for sure. So performances, I am happy to give it a 5. I think that's a fair.
Everybody has such chemistry that you believe that they all
knew each
either
other.
have known each other most of their lives
Right.
or at some point in their life.
Right. Yeah. Super good. Cultural impact.
Not that high.
No.
Like you don't see this movie referenced a lot, but the people who do know it remember it well.
Remember it well. Remember with fondness. I
it
think
flies under the radar.
Yeah.
I think
it's a
because
crime.
it subverts that rom-com thing.
Yeah.
It's a rom-com, but there's a lot of shooting, there's a lot of action. The main guy is a hitman, so it doesn't really fall in with other rom-coms, which isn't a bad thing.
If it was 2024 and they made it, I feel like they'd try to make it into like a mini series on HBO.
Did they not try to make it when they made that movie with Chris Evans and what's her tits? Anna de Armas? right?
I'm not familiar with that movie.
Which
Where
one?
he gets ghosted. That's what it's called.
Oh, the one with Chris Evans, where
Yeah.
he's the damsel in distress.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah.
cute. No,
That's
I'm
kind
not familiar
of
with that
where I
Okay.
go with it.
Okay.
Say maybe like a 3.5.
I think we'll give it a 3.5 because kind of, Kevin, our thought with the cultural impact rating is like, if it's like it had a great impact on, like a positive impact on society, we would give it
It's like a 3 to a 5.
like a 3, like more than a 3.5. And if it was like kind of like a detrimental, like the one that we've really knocked the most, I think was
Fight Club.
Fight Club. Yeah, so that one got like a 2. You know, like it just because of the the number of film bros that I went to school with that I had to deal with, and like
who obviously have no idea how to handle subtext and satire and
Literally.
yeah. So that was where I'm at. So I think this one, giving it like a 3.5 because it's like the people that know it with fondness.
Yeah.
And everyone else just needed to make a splash with people. So I think that we'll say 3.5 on that one, and then I'm going to.
I think also the R rating
True.
might have something to do with that.
True. God, it's pretty light for, I suppose, because they say fuck
They
a
say
bunch.
fuck a lot.
Because
Well,
it wasn't
for the
super
most part,
graphic.
It wasn't, and the only people who really throw out like a barrage of cussing is Dan Aykroyd and Joan.
Yeah.
For the most
Yeah.
part, but it is a very tame R.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like I was like
soft R.
nice soft R.
That's my name on Grindr.
Amazing.
Doom cabinet. Soft R.
Big soft R.
Jesus Christ. That puts us at a 4.2,
That's not bad.
which means that puts that puts us at on par with the Da Vinci Code in our existing lineup.
All right.
Which, all right,
I'd rather watch this, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't like Tom Hanks.
I mean, fair enough. I don't have a negative feeling towards Tom Hanks. I don't know that I have like a super.
I mean, it's not like a Josh Gad level of hatred. But
Stop. You did that last week
I know.
on B3E. He just like he
Went on
just
a
said the name
full-
Josh Gad and just went off. It was hilarious.
Is
That's
this
for
for the-
Renly.
Why
You just
Unless
thought you
you want
needed
the
thought you
cheese.
needed a piece of cheese.
I'm like, why did Aaron throw a piece of cheese at my penis? Like, what was that about? What is that supposed to mean?
Because he probably gave Dexter some meds and
That makes
didn't
sense.
want Renly to feel left out.
That's fair.
Renly can't chew for shit.
Wow,
He's really bad at it.
Terrible at that,
really
my guy.
bad at chewing.
Dude.
He mostly just swallows things whole.
Wow.
I wish I was kidding.
That'll be on my Grindr
I mean,
podcast.
but- yeah, mostly just small things. So.
I suck at chewing.
Suck at chewing.
I just small things whole. Anywho.
Anyway, so yeah, that puts us not too shabby, honestly. Granted, we don't have any real rom-coms to pair it up against.
Yeah,
really. I
We
mean,
haven't really. I mean,
It's Da
Pretty
Vinci
in
Code,
Pink.
not a
Pretty in
rom-com.
Pink is what's that?
I said it's Da Vinci Code, not a rom-com. Pretty in Pink is 1,000%
Yeah,
a
that's
rom-com.
a
Yeah.
rom-com. Pretty in Pink did a little bit better. Pretty in Pink got a
Like fucking all of John
4
Hughes
point-
movies kind of are.
Yeah.
The exception of Breakfast Club.
yeah.
True. But yeah, so that's where we're at. 4.4 Pretty in Pink, 4.2 Grosse Pointe Blank. I think I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I love that movie, and the opportunity to watch it again was too good to pass up. So.
Yeah. No, I think and as we've been going this evening, I think we're gathering more movies that we'll have to throw into the group watch.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
it'll be good. Biodome is definitely going to be.
Yeah, I got to
right
be
in the
there
new
for
year.
that one. So.
Yeah. Probably early in the new year is my thinking.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be
Good one.
That's gonna be. Whew, that'll be fun. Oh, maybe I'll have my new house by then too. So I'll have
Oh
a,
yeah.
I'll
like
also,
a dedicated watching space.
I will have to apologize in advance. I will be quoting a good majority of that movie.
That's all right.
I feel like it's the kind of movie that I won't be mad about. Like it's not. I'm not gonna be
God,
taking.
Kevin, shut up. I'm trying not to miss stuff.
I'm trying to take in this nuanced acting.
I'm trying to hear Squirrely and Stub.
The acting stylings of Kylie Minogue. Is she in that?
She is.
Oh,
Oh,
amazing.
fuck yes.
See, I'm here for it. I'm so excited.
already sold.
Oh God. I feel like you brought it up in a spoiler sort of episode. So, because you did
I think
Biodome.
it was his spoiler sort of episode.
Yeah. So, anyway, very stoked.
Shirt.
Strap 'em
down. Sorry, going Gallivant.
Yeah, no, that's a good connecting line for Kylie Minogue is season 2 of Gallivant. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. Kevin, thank you so much for joining us this week.
It was my pleasure.
Catch Kevin and I on Best Threesome Ever with our friend Nick, who will be joining us soon.
A very, very good nerdy pop culture nerdy pop culture podcast.
Yeah.
It is a delight. So,
and Ian and I often theoretically on our Let's Play channel of Winter Is You, which I believe we're going to try and get back into.
Get that fired back up again, because we're a lot of fun, damn it, and we have fun games that genuinely I want to see, but don't want to spend the time doing myself. And that's kind of I make it into a social thing too. It's
Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2.
It's gonna be a vibe.
Because I hate you.
Well, it'll be good content.
It will,
so that's fine. I'll try to grit it and figure it out.
Take your Durazac beforehand.
My Durazac beforehand and knock it out the Chernobyl. It'll be great. Alrighty, gang. See you all next time.
Thank you for listening to Film School Slacker. Our graphic design is by Mitch Ransdell. Music by Ariel Shalom and Ziv Moran. Voiceover audio provided by Mike D and Janet Paoni. Learn more at filmschoolslacker.com.